I have right now in my hands, and I'm about to read to you sections from this top secret report from the United States Department of Homeland Security entitled Right-Wing Extremism, Current Economic and Political Climate, Fueling Resurgence in Radicalization and Recruitment. What's shocking about this is that the government would spend money targeting patriotic Americans without mentioning MS-13, Haitian gangs in Florida, Jamaican gangs in Florida that are killing police. It's a shocker to believe that the Obama administration will target American citizens who disagree with the left-wing politics of his administration. I can't read the whole report to you, but you can read it yourself. It's 10 pages long on my website, michaelsavage.com. It has been unclassified. Originally, it was classified. And originally, it said this information should not be released to the media. Did you hear that? Well, it's been released to the media. It's astounding. You're not going to believe what I read to you. Key findings. Threats from white supremacist and violent anti-government groups during 2009 have been largely rhetorical and have not indicated plans to carry out violent acts. Oh, really? That's nice. But they say that right-wing extremists have capitalized on the election of the first African-American. Here they go again. Homosexuality, racism, there we go again. And are focusing their efforts to recruit new members. This is getting me angry. I don't know if I can read this right now because I feel as though I'm living in a Soviet Union. It's my worst nightmare coming true right in front of my eyes. I would like to find out who it is who wrote this report, and I would like to have this person arrested for un-American activities. I wish to God I was a U.S. Senator because I'll tell you what I would do tomorrow. I would hold hearings for 24 hours. I would drink energy drinks. I would get to the bottom of who wrote this report, and I can guarantee you that person would be not only fired, I'd prosecute them to the full extent of the law. This is unbelievable. Right-wing extremism, it says, in the United States can be broadly divided into those groups, movements, and adherents that are primarily hate-oriented, based on hatred of particular religions, racial, or ethnic groups, and those that are mainly anti-government, rejecting federal authority. Listen, in favor of state or local authority. I guess Rick Perry's on the watch list. Or rejecting government authority entirely. In other words, if you don't bow down to these scum-sucking vermin, you're on that list. It gets worse. It may include groups and individuals that are dedicated to a single issue, such as opposition to abortion or immigration. This is astounding. I'll go on. Proposed imposition of firearms restrictions and weapons bans likely would attract new members into the ranks of right-wing extremist groups. The high volume of purchases and stockpiling of weapons and ammo by right-wing extremists in anticipation of restrictions and bans continue to be a primary concern to law enforcement. Wait, here's the killer now. Are you a returning veteran? You're on the list. Returning veterans possess combat skills and experience that are attractive to right-wing extremists. DHS is concerned that right-wing extremists will attempt to recruit and radicalize returning veterans in order to boost their violent capabilities. I don't believe I'm actually reading this. I feel as though I'm in a dream. I feel as though I'm living in a dream where a communist government has emerged in America and the American people are totally asleep, obsessed with drugs, sex, and rock and roll. Well, you ought to read the report yourself because you probably think I'm making it up, but I'm not making it up. This report was written under the dictatorship of Barack Hussein Obama. This apparently has been prepared in the last 100 days by this group of imposters, these far-left imposters. Prominent among those themes were the militia movement's opposition to gun control, criticism of free trade agreements. Can you believe this? In other words, if you oppose free trade, you're on the watch list. And highlighting perceived government infringement on civil liberties as well as white supremacists' long-standing exploitation of social issues such as abortion, interracial crimes, and same-sex marriage. In other words, if you've noticed that most crimes in this country are committed against white people, did you hear what I said? Most crimes of violence are committed against white people by people of color and illegal aliens. You may be on the watch list, not the illegal alien. Hey, if we don't stop these people, we're going to have a government run by illegal aliens from Mexico. We're liable to have drug gangs running this country. This is that bad. And what's amazing to me is that the left wing doesn't understand the danger they're in from this report itself. It goes on. Illegal immigration. You oppose it, you're on the list. Are you on it? A militia member in Wyoming was arrested in February of 2007 after communicating his plans to travel to the Mexican border to kill immigrants crossing into the United States. I never heard about that. You hear about that one? DHS notes that civil rights organizations have observed an increase in anti-Hispanic crimes over the past 5 years, not according to the FBI statistics. You see, according to FBI data, most crimes of violence are committed in the other direction. So the whole thing is Alice in Wonderland. You don't know this, but I found this out last week and my hair stood up. None other than Cecilia Munoz, who was the former head of the racist group La Raza, which, by the way, is a racist group because La Raza means the race. It is a brown supremacist organization. She has been hired by Barack Hussein Obama to work directly in the West Wing, as has a street radical from the streets of Oakland who helped kill the police in Oakland by creating a group for the last 10 years that has harassed the police called Cop Watch. They are now running this country. If they are not stopped, the country will be destroyed in our lifetime, in my opinion. I am sure that they're listening to this show. I hope to God that this show wakes them up to the fact that tens of millions of you are not going to take this crap from these people. You're not going to take this. And we're going to do it nice and legal. We're going to take them to court. We're going to use the laws of the land to protect ourselves from this overbearing, illegitimate, anti-American, and extra-constitutional, illegitimate Barack Obama administration. Did you hear me? This is the Savage Nation. Wake up while you can.
Savage.